Okay, so here we go. This is Jeremy's social plant. Sorry about the setup here. It's not very conducive to doing this kind of stuff, but here we go. So the idea was to have a plant that could respond to various stimulus. So I focused primarily in on lighting systems. I was playing around with these RGB LEDs, which are really fascinating little doodads. So spent a lot of time on that. I also used a light sensor as well, a very sensitive one, so it works really well actually. The two things that didn't sort of pan out on the project, one didn't work at all, and that was I was hoping to use air to kind of raise the plants up and down, but when I finally got the stuff assembled together, it just wasn't powerful enough to kind of move them, and made a lot of noise as well, which kind of detracted from the plantliness of the whole experience. The other thing was I did set up the mic. I got it to work, but I couldn't get good values out of it. So I'm gonna have to read up on why that's happening. I tried two types of SparkFun microphones, and the values are being read, but they're just not. They're not predictable, and they're just not very good. I even looked at the Arduino code, and that didn't really help. But anyway, that's the bad news. The good news is everything else seems to be working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually demonstrate this. And probably the best way to do that is to just take a quick look at it. So here we go. Here's the actual plant. The back is all the wiring and the guts of the thing right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just put the camera down for a second and plug in the battery, and I'm also going to turn the lights off because it's really not as impressive in the dark. You'll notice that there's a reset button on the unit as well. I thought that'd be a really cool thing to kind of put on. It's actually saved a lot of time too, because I didn't have to fumble around for the reset button every time I wanted to try something, or I just wanted to kind of fire it up. There's a boot up process in this thing as well, so it gives you a little bit of a show when it boots up. So I'm just going to put the camera down for a second, and I'm going to hook up the battery and turn the lights off and try and do it all in one go as quickly as I can. And then we'll see what happens. So lights off. It's going to get a little dark, but that's okay. And here we go. So we're in business. The light is starting. Okay, so you can see that it's kind of hard to see on the camera, it doesn't pick it up very well, but it's actually changing from red to blue and so on and so forth. It's changing again, as you can see. I'm going to try adjusting the lights. It's really hard to catch this, but we will find out. Oh, see, there we go. So I change the lights in the room. It goes up and down. I can actually, red is for like low light, and there's an in-between stage, but it's very hard. Sorry, there you go. Green is actually for extreme light, but unfortunately I don't have my lamp with me, so you'll have to take my word for it that it actually does 3 stages. And sometimes when it's in the right mood, it actually does some funky light changes when you start handling it, and that's to do, I think, with the microphone trying to do something, not exactly what was intended, but interesting nonetheless. So there we go. There's Jeremy's socially interactive houseplant, and enjoy, and I'll speak to you soon.